What is up, everybody? It is CAMEO Finance, and today I'm going to make a quick video about the Superfuzz NFTs, specifically their Good Guys collection. They have two collections, one called the Bad Batch and one called the Good Guys. The Bad Batch is a smaller collection of 777, and they use Rarity Sniper Discord in order to get the rarities on those. Now, they are still working on the rarities with Rarity Sniper right now, so even though that the Good Guys have been released and they have been trending on OpenSea, you can see here number one in volume is the Superfuzz Good Guys. So I did make a video about this on launch day a couple of days ago. It only got about 200 views, so y'all are missing out on the alpha if you're not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be coming to you to the real stuff. If you missed my last video, I'm going to provide you some value in this episode showing you how to snipe the market in its current position right now. So I did this earlier. I started out by sniping the floor, just I guess using intuition, which ones looked rare, and I ended up selling that one for 3 times as much. That was a sunset fur, so the rainbow furs. You can see most of them don't have rainbow fur. So when I saw that one, I bought it at mint price, held it for about 24 hours, and then sold it for 3 times as much. Sold it at 0.19, so just about 4 times as much. Actually, that's a 4x. I didn't even think about that. So 4x from mint price and 2x from when I bought it. And now I found these other tools that will give you kind of a look into what the rarities might be. Now, I wouldn't give these 100% clarity. You know, like if you have one already and this one says, oh, it's not rare, you know, it could by chance be rare, because I don't think that this has a huge weight attached to the lethality, which I think that the market as a whole, because there's a game coming, that lethality is going to play a little bit bigger part than the algorithms are currently picking up at the moment. But in the end, when it comes to NFTs and the properties, I think, having multiple traits that are a really low percentage is a surefire way for a win. And that's pretty much how these are categorized. It's however many traits you have is going to have a higher chance of being rare. And even if you have less traits, if all of those traits are really, really low percentage, like this one right here, 0.5%, 1% background, 1% undies, 2% hair tuft. So that's kind of how you can gauge it. You can see that this one was rank 107, and I was able to snipe this for 0.199. And if you take a look, number 93 listed at 0.49, 1.5. There's even some that are lower in rarity that are down here that have sold for a lot more, or that are on sale for a lot more. You can see 1.25. The Pikachus right here, these are extremely rare, but the combination of having multiple rare traits can bring other ones, even though this is a common lethality. Because it has so many traits and because it has multiple traits that are more rare, I am pretty confident that this one is going to still get an extremely high rarity score. And it'll still be good to trade just for having multiple things. Oh, if it's not performing well, check out the floor on the 1% undies. Check out the floor on the toxic lemonades. So when you're looking at the list here, if you go to lethality, for example, you can sort them by just the super rare. So the super rare floor is currently 0.39. The rare floor is currently 0.17. But that's just one aspect of it. Of course, the super rares are still going to be extremely sought after. But I think when it comes to like rare, uncommon, common, it's not going to play as much into effect. If it's not a super rare or a legendary, I think it's pretty much going to come down to the base ratings of what are your traits. So you can go and look in here and see how many there are for each trait. And of course, the ones with less are going to be more. So the acid bite tongue, for example, is going to be extremely rare, and the floor of that is 0.2. But let's say if you want it to have an acid bite tongue and you want it to have like a rare background or something like that, or a speech bubble. So run it, I guess, would be one of the rare speech bubbles. There's not even one that has those two combined. Let's try a hand item. So let's say you want an acid bite tongue and you want a plushie, or let's say undies. It's currently 0.23. So even though some of the other floors of the traits that I have are lower, I would say that the minimum that I can get would be for the lowest price of those traits if I were trying to sell it at the floor. And because I have multiple traits combined, I can use that rarity score, which I'm sure is going to be extremely high, to price it in between those. So just a quick thing there. So this first one is called Intermezzo Tools, and this is the one that I use to kind of scan the market because it kind of makes them all small so you can scroll through really fast if it's a big collection. These were some of the ones I was looking for. This one's Rarity rank 128 for 0.23, 0.75, 0.29 for rank 108, and then of course this is the one that I sniped right here for 0.19. But you can see a lot of them haven't been listed yet. The ones that these people are probably like, oh, it's obviously rare just by looking at it. Some of the people that have these ones listed in like the top 500, they may not have as much of a grasp on what these might be worth. But based on the volume that I've been seeing, let's take a look at that now. So extremely high volume is #1 trending on OpenSea. And if we take a look at the activity here, look at this, 0.14, 0.18, 0.16. So these are not just the floor ones that are selling. People are going out into the middle and finding the ones that they actually like. So 0.19, 0.34. And we can kind of take a look at, okay, this one's 0.34. What made this one sell for more? So there you've got the sunset fur, which is what I refer to it as, but chemical sunrise actually. So 0.36 mixed with a 3% diamond grill and a 3% crypto gas can. Total of 10 traits. So you can have 9, 10, 11, 12. You can have up to 13, but not many of them have 13 traits. So the things that you want to look for is number of traits, and if you personally like it. You know, I think that there's going to be a lot of that goes into it, where just because it's rare doesn't mean that people actually like that specific thing. So if it's rare but it's also cool, so like, okay, a gas can might be rare, but who cares about gas cans? But like a diamond grill, that might be a little bit more aesthetic to some people. Or like rainbow fur, that's definitely an eye catcher when you're looking through this big list of all of these, you know, and they all kind of have that flat color on the fur and on the background. When you see one that has rainbow fur, you see one that has a rainbow background, like the one that I sniped. It really catches your eye. And so while there may be traits that are more rare than, you know, chemical sunrise or like one of the other rainbow furs, I do think that these will eventually command a higher price just because they look cooler, you know, than maybe like the 1% plushie. So even though like 1% plushie is like, or so it's a bad example, but anyways, you get the point. So Intermezzo, use at your own risk. Never put your private key in anywhere. I didn't have to log in or anything. You just type in the ID number at the top, which number it is. So for example, this one is number 6579. You would just type it in here, 6579, hit enter, and there it is right there. So there is one more. This is another one to kind of compare. So for example, let me pull back up the other Intermezzo window and we'll look at the one that we just searched up. So 6579, that is going to have a rank of 2,372. And what's NFT Gem going to give it? So NFT gives it a rank of 720. So, you know, you might have that one in your wallet and you go to Intermezzo and be like, oh man, it's not even worth a lot, you know? And then you go over to NFT Gem and that's actually a really good pool right there. That looks more accurate to me, the NFT Gem one. So let's take a look at the one that I bought on Intermezzo, which is 1336, I believe. No. Let's go and find mine. I got scared for a second. It showed my old one. All right. So here's my new one. Check out the properties here. So the reason I got this one, 1% lemonade background, 3% hair tuft, 1% basic undies, 3% peaches, and 0.5% fresh fuzz of Bel Air hat. So I've got a bunch of low traits on here, and I really wanted to get a rainbow, either fur or background, because I think those are really eye-catching. And so this one is number 6742. So if we go to Intermezzo, let's do 6742, rank 107. Let's look over here, 6742. Six, 7, 4, 2. Let's refresh the page. So this one doesn't seem to be working as well. What's going on here? Maybe let me disconnect from my VPN, see if that works any better. So 6742. Yep, there's my guy here. Let's open up a new tab. Let's see this thing. Maybe they're overloaded from all the Superfuzz people trying to check their ranking. That is a really big possibility. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Check for saved version. Nothing. Okay, so it looks like their servers are down at the moment, but you can go to intermezzo.tools, and if it may be up by the time you're watching it, it's NFT gem. That's G as in Gary, E as in Echo, M as in Mike.io. And yeah, so check out that one as well to find your Superfuzz. You don't have to log into any of them. You don't have to put in your address anywhere. Just put in the ID number of your NFT. Alrighty, so just a quick video that I want to show you today. You might be able to find some really cool deals just kind of scrolling through here, and then you just kind of find the collection of the good guys. And from just the stock setting here, it just shows all of them in order of rank 1 to 7,000. And just check out the ones that are for sale and look for any ones that seem out of place to you. Like the one that I found, everything up here is priced at 0.65, 0.29, 1.5, and I sniped it for 0.19. So especially as we wait for the rarity rankings to come out, there's new people coming in trying to get liquid. You might be able to pull some really, really cool ones, and I think this is one of the better tools that you can use to do it, because I was just going by eye earlier, and there's really a lot that goes into it. When you have that number of traits, doesn't matter if you have one cool trait. I really think it's about having 3 or 4 cool traits that are a low percentage. So keep your eyes out for that if you are trying to rarity snipe. I hope I was able to provide you with some value today. If I did, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm bringing you the best NFT information that I can every single day. Thank you for tuning in.